Hello and welcome to another Gamestyle Plays. We're calling this one Gamestyle Plays Shorts because there's some games out there that just aren't worth spending an hour with, and we don't mean that in a negative way. We just don't want to ruin too much. So we're starting here with Hand of Fate, a game that we believe deserves a fair amount of attention because it's a bit bloody good. It possibly is not going to get the attention it deserves with stuff like The Order, Dying Light and other such games coming out at this moment in time. Played a couple of rounds on this profile, completed most of it on another profile. So what we're going to do here is just take you through a single level. So if we... Yeah, that's me.
It has been some time since you last.
And what you have here is you get a nice intro.
Let us begin again.
To every level you play. Every time you go into it, really.
Another round, and our game truly.
And what this game
begins.
is, it's a mixture of a deck building game, a roguelike, and a action RPG, which has fighting mechanics ripped straight out of the Batman games, which is interesting. So anyway,
I'm sure
we'll jump
you know
in.
you can add and remove cards from your deck.
And on this profile,
but feel free to
as I
familiarize
say,
yourself
we've
first.
completed 2 already, so we're going to move. Let's show you. Let's do one we've already done, so you get an idea of what there is. So we're going to take on the Jack of Skulls. With all of this as well, you get a little bit of the lore, a little bit of backstory, which is always good. I'm not going to take you too far because, again, don't want to ruin it. We want you to play this. It's fantastic.
Come now, hurry
so
up.
you've got challenges, and you get your rewards and bits like that. So basically, you choose the level you want to go
Once
into.
more, you meet the Jack of Skulls.
You can build your own decks, which is really good. This is really good for people who don't understand deck builders, which many of you won't. This is fantastic. You can go in, you choose deck builder, and it will select a good deck for you. That is ideal. It's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Now you get 2 types of decks that you'll play with here. You've got your equipment, which will give you your weapons, your shields, your bits like that, and you've got your encounters, which will decide what sort of people you meet. Some of them will be good, they might sell you items, others could ambush you, you could just have enemies straight up, others who can supply you with equipment and that sort of thing. It's really, really good. So honestly, we've got our deck, so back we go. So we know what we're doing, so let's start the game. And we get an idea of what's in there. You get a little idea of what's in the deck.
What brings you to play the game? Ha! I know you will not tell me. Like all the rest, you are silent.
So, what we have here, you've got a couple of things you can look at here. You've got your inventory that shows you your weapons. And what's really good about this, if anyone who has played a game such as Diablo, you'll be used to this. This just tells you what you've got. If we look at armor, it tells you what armor card you got or what you can swap it out for in the deck you've built. Really, really simple to understand, even for someone who doesn't understand the deck building game. Just the one screen for this, which is really good, so there's not too much to confuse you. There's not loads of different screens here to worry about. So what you do is you've got your starting card and you basically choose the next card you want to go to. Now in this scenario you can only ever choose the card that's adjacent to the one you're on. So we've come down the stairs, we've got the stairs card there, and we jump. We can only choose the one at this point. So we click it, on we go. And we've got the maiden.
Think the world of the cards is grim.
We continue.
Yet, even in the darkness, there is light to be found.
You get a little bit of text, tells you what's going on. There's almost Dungeons and Dragons filtered, guided through a story, which is really, really good. Again, if you're not into Dungeons and Dragons, the idea of that is you get a dungeon master who tells a story and you react to the different things. this is the guy you're looking at here. That's kind of what he acts as. It's a lovely concept, lovely concept. So you've got, there we go, she's Mereth of the Forest Folk. My people have long helped the mortals of this realm. What boon would you ask of me? So what she'll do, she'll supply you with things. So what you've got down in your left hand corner here, you've got the gold you've collected, the food you've collected, and your health. So what you can do here is, if you've had a battle and you've lost a fair bit of health, you can ask her for some health and she'll top you up. Supplies, this is vital. Supplies becomes vital here, because basically every move you make on the cards, you lose a bit of food. Go down to 0, you're going to get screwed. So you need to look at, on this, you're okay, you can get through this. Do you need food? Or do you ask for gold? Gold is used to buy things. Simple as that. So far, what I've always done with this is I've just asked for food.
I'm sure you're grateful.
Because at this point, that gets me through at least a couple of levels here. So we've done that. That's that done. And you see, we now get a choice. We can draw one of 2 cards. Now our choice is: do we go up? Do we go left? Or you can go down. Don't need to go down. That's pointless at this point. So this time we'll go left. We'll work our way around.
I'm starting to
Mr.
wonder
Lionel.
if you're simply leaving this card
Now.
in as a quick way to get your hands on a shield.
For whatever reason, you're now at a local tavern. Again, the story's being set up for you. And what the Mr. Lionel card does, he wants something from you. And if you can provide it, you'll get rewarded. So let's go again. Again, we get in the story, bit of background. Generally, these are all the same. But again, depending on what cards you draw in what order, will make a decision on how the story grows, and it's really good. So you've got choices here. You can take the bread from your plate. You can ask him what he needs. You can even completely ignore him and just move on. Obviously, he wants. You can also give him gold, but we haven't got any gold to give him. Now, what's worked for me in the last couple of times I played this is I've just given him my bread, and I've been rewarded for it. So we'll do that again. There you go, and once again he's happy with the bread. And see, we've lost some food. Again, if I'd not taken the food, we've been down to about 7, which starts going, right, how do we do this? But by
Now
giving
you
him
can
a bit
counter
of bread,
opponents
he's given
if
us
your
a
timing
better
is
shield
right.
than what we have, and that's been equipped. And that's that. Again, you still get these little bits of story, and that's really good. So now we'll move up. Right, now this is always an interesting point here.
I'm sure you'll leave this one in time.
The hitch a ride
You
will
do not
take
seem
you
to have
to
the
the
temperament
next set of
for
cards, so
friends,
more cards to be dealt and takes you
even
further
in the
through the
animal
level.
kingdom.
Now you've got a choice here. You can either take the ride or you can turn back at this moment. What we'll do is we'll turn back. We'll leave that for now and we'll check the other card. So what we have here, we've got the Twisted Canyon card, and if I remember correctly, yeah, you'll see a weapon. But it's always good to have a look at these first few cards. So there's basically, the idea of this, there's a weapon, and what happens next, you can choose to either leave it alone completely, which you might do if you've got a very good weapon, or you can climb down to try and retrieve it. Now if you take the action to go for it, as you will see, there's cards.
A choice.
You've got
Select
3
your
success
desire.
cards and 1 fail card. And you make a choice of what you want to do. So we'll go there. Success. Which means we'll get the weapon that we've chose. And we can draw. That's the one we've drawn. And we've got... So it's got its own special trait. And we get to, also this is something new for me as well. With this one, I've not had this one yet on this playthrough, is basically you can use it as a weapon, you swing the sword, or you've got a special secondary ability which tap the left bumper and you can shoot ice at the bad guys, which is always good, and you can see who it's actually worthwhile taking it upon. Sorry about that, I just had a problem with my mic. So yeah, so we've got that weapon, and what's it better? It's definitely better than what we've got, so let's equip
sure
it.
that's the right approach?
So next, we head back, hitch a ride,
It's better than trudging along a muddy road.
and
Certainly.
we go on to the next level.
Did you expect
Right,
me
now
to tell
this-
your fortune?
It's a new type, it's basically, it's
A
going to take us
fortune
straight
teller
through.
is at their most base and,
And again,
despicable
bit
when
of
they
story
begin to
going on.
believe their own lies.
I'm going to skip a lot of the story elements and the
I am
talking, talk
different.
over it, because you
My
need to experience it
powers are
yourself.
genuine.
Because you really should get this game. So here we go, here's one, we've got a treasure chest.
What more iconic emblem of success could we imagine?
So we'll approach it. Right, see, we've got a 2. Alright, here we go. So we've now got to work out which one's going to be a success, which is going to be a failure. And we failed. Alright, and see, we're getting these now. Right, this is really hard for me to see. Oh no, see, this is bad now. Free pain cards, what's going on here? We lose 5
dear.
health, and we have max health has gone. Oh, permanent, there we go, we've lost a lot of health. Now whilst this isn't a big deal with these early levels,
This token will unlock more cards if you can defeat
look,
this
we've also
encounter.
still get the token, but we can unlock more cards, we'll show you that afterwards. But the health isn't an issue in these early levels, it's the later levels where that really, you need to be careful with those. Now, we can attempt to get it, or we can leave it alone. Let's leave it alone. We don't want to lose any more health, potentially. That was probably the worst outcome we could have had. So, let's push on. And now we've been attacked
Bandits, eh?
as well.
Make an enemy of one, and you've made an enemy of all.
Right, so what we're drawing now is a
One
monster
can't
card, and what
help
this
but
is saying,
admire their
the 2 of dust means
single-mindedness.
basically we are going to take on 2 monsters. We're now going into the real-time battles that are part of this card game, and yeah, it's fantastic, this bit. I really do like this, and you'll see the Batman elements to it. It's not quite as slick as Batman, obviously, but for a little bit of what is a card game, it works well, and that's what you want, really. So let's go. Now watch this little. You've got here with this. They all get through this. That's them dealt with. That was very easy. So what you have here as well, look, it's really nice. You even have the dodge ability. So when you saw those little green bits above them, that meant that you can dodge and counter and hit them. It just works really well. I'm really surprised. So we've got our game card, and we've got 30 gold out of that. That's fantastic. We could do with some food soon. That's what we could be looking at getting. And we've got there. These are the other real-time elements as well. The maze of traps that we've got. Let's enter the cave, because there's always something good out of this if you do it. So we'll enter the cave, and it takes us to another real-time element. Now, what this is, we've got our shield, we've got our light armour, and our frost fan. Right. Now, what you see is basically it's a maze. You just got to get through the puzzles. Fairly simple enough. Oops, obviously you don't want to do that, because that's just stupid. Now, these are going to have spikes that will pop out, so you need to run and you need to dive over them like that. This is just timing. Get through. There we go. These are going to be more, so we go bang over there. Right. I'm getting too eager. Just wait for the flames to go. Dive across. Through there. we go. Oh, that was G. Got close. Right, okay, there we go. Let's see what we've won. But again, later in the game, these sort of cards, they can come up and they're much more difficult to beat. So we've got 3 game cards. Let's see what we've got. More gold. We can buy something nice if we get onto anyone. More gold. Do some health and health. There we go.
More health.
Back up to full health.
Much
That's always good.
Do you?
And just it is, we've got all our gold, and now we've got a shop to go to. So let's approach the shop. There is some food. Again, they could do this as just card based, but the elements they put into this works really well. You actually go to the shop and you go and see what they've got. It just adds a nice level of polish to the game. So let's see what we can buy. So we've got a healing cap. We've got that. Let's have a look. Consuming shame. All weapons attacks are enhanced with powerful poison. So let's buy that. That's always good. I like that.
Poison.
Does some extra damage to people.
Tool of the traitor.
And you can see Chains of Rage. Can't afford it, but anyway, we like that. Let's buy some food. Buy 10 food because that'll get us through. Now we've used up all our gold, but we can get through, which is what we want. We got some extra bonuses to our attacks. Next card should be Stairs or a Traveller, and it'll take us to the next level. That's the stairs.
Were you hoping this was the end?
And we will take those stairs.
Another floor awaits. You have reached the final floor. Perhaps this time you will find defeat the Jack of Skulls.
I've got a Deadkin's Hall. Alright, so we've got to take... Alright, this is always good. So there's 6 of them here. This is an interesting card. Basically, we have the success or failures. If we succeed, we get rid of cards. If we fail, let's see. And we failed. This isn't good. So we've now got to defeat 6 enemies. Had we won, we could have wiped out the 4, possibly even the 2, if you get lucky. And it makes it easier to fight. Now, we've got a battle on our hands. You'll see they're going to come from so many directions. It's the battle in here. It is so satisfying. It's lost a bit of health there. It's unfortunate. But he's downed. We only lost 5 health overall. That was fantastic. It's yeah, it's better battling mechanics than some dedicated games, which is superb. Right, we can select. What do we want here? That's new. Let's try that.
A shield for the marathon, not the sprint.
Okay. Reflect counter. It's similar to what we've got, but let's equip it. It looks nicer. 5 food. There we go. And 5 max health. Got our health improved again. That's what we want to see. And we move on. Travelling Mage, we've got nothing really to buy, so we'll just ignore it. Move on, and we've been ambushed.
Again, the surprise attack. The novelty must wear thin on such
skulls. These are harder enemies to beat, but perfectly manageable. We've got enough health. We should be fine. But again, we go into these battles. I do like these. They're short. They're not overbearing. You can have games where you'll get lots. You'll get games where you'll barely have any. But the fact is, they are fun to do, and that's the important thing. Look. Attack, attack. There you go. There we go, and we bash in, use our weapons, use our powers, destroy them, and he's off down a cliff. Excellent. These are always good, so we've got to go success. Some of these are really easy to find, some of them they make them difficult. But we've managed to kill the guy who was still alive. Again, it's nice little touches like this. So we can draw an equipment card. Healing cat.
Increasing the effect of one
Extra
sort
food.
of magic with another.
And some gold.
Is a channel for power. And it's
so our
enough.
deck's looking pretty good. So if we go to our inventory at the moment,
One of my food cards.
we lose
Well
all this
done.
next level we
And
play.
good luck to you.
Hence, this is the roguelike side of it. But you're building cards, you collect cards, and at the end you'll earn more cards, which you might not see on this because we've gone back to an older level. But obviously, some of the longer levels later, you'll get to fill in all of this, which is really good to see. Excuse me, which is really good to see. So let's go back. A couple more cards to go, and then we are done. Right, so the goblins. Let's have a look.
There's a token in it for you if you win.
Alright, so the goblins have taken some of our gold, some of our food, and basically we need to get it back. Now we don't really need to worry about it because golden food, we're about to win, about to go on to the final card anyway, but hey, let's have a go. Hello, Mr. Goblin. That's us. Let's go. Freeze him. Knock him out. There we go. Down. That's the last one. They can't attack, so we just go mental on them. We get our gold back, we get food back, we're laughing. There we go. Gold, food, health, about to enter the last battle. We're on.
Take the token.
And we get a token as well. These finally, I'm glad we got a token out of this one because you can see what these allow you to get. And now we enter the Jack of Skulls.
To look upon the cold grave that is all
Now,
human
Jack of Skulls, is he going to draw?
What tale will they tell of you when
Any
you and I are both
other
dead and none
battles, any
recall
minions?
our
Let's have a
tale?
look. Or will it just be him? There we go. 4 minions. There we go. Now the red ones on them means you cannot defend. So you get the red markers. That's the Skulls man done now. These. That's all of them gone. There we go. We collect the card, and that's done. End of that level.
Well done. Well done indeed. But you have roused the dead in their dusty tombs, and even I cannot say what will come of it.
We'll get to see what goodies we've earned. These will be new cards. We've earned a Time Hills card and a Goblins card, which means we can battle them more often. Not something we ideally want to do, but there you go. But yeah, that's Hand of Fate. The levels are all pretty much similar. They get more difficult. The mazes get a bit more winding. Your decks get a lot more powerful. You get some really incredible weapons as you go. We'll be reviewing this for Gamestyle in the coming week. Or if we're a bit later, you can find it on Gamestyle.com. Please be sure to check out our YouTube channel and subscribe. If you like what you see, we'll be doing more of these. And yeah, thank you very much. Go out, buy Hands of Fate, because it really is a fantastic game. Thank you very much.